Hey, I have to talk about, I have no sentimentality about celebrities. When celebrities die, I don't get choked up. It doesn't reach me. And one of the reasons is it's not that I don't miss them. It's not that I didn't admire and respect them, but I know that they have family members who are actually in grief and who will be grieving past this day. So I don't like to get all elaborately sentimental about it. I have to tell you that I actually choked up when Charles Krauthammer sent out a letter saying that he only has weeks to live. He's been off the Fox News special report panel where I used to tune him in just to find out what I thought. I would just tune in. What's my opinion? Oh, here's Charles Krauthammer. Now I'll know. And he wrote this lovely stoical letter, very much in keeping with his personality, saying, I leave this life with no regrets. It was a wonderful life, full and complete with the great loves and great endeavors that make it worth living. I'm sad to leave, but I leave with the knowledge that I lived the life that I intended. It's funny. I remember standing with my pal Crowder, Steve Crowder, when we were both at PJTV, and we were watching him on TV. And Crowder turned to me and said, why does he sit so funny? And I said, well, he's virtually a quadriplegic. And Crowder didn't know, and a lot of people didn't know. I mean, he never talked about it. He never asked for pity for it. He never asked people to admire him for it. He wrote about it a little bit in his book of columns, but he really just went about it was just a tragic accident. He did something that I have done, is he dove into the wrong side of a pool. I did that. I broke my nose. One of the many times I broke my nose, but a little change in direction, same thing could have happened. It just a tragic accident. He never played off it. The reason I feel so connected to the guy, though I only met him once, I introduced him at a function once, but the reason I feel connected to the guy is when I came back from England and I started to realize, oh my gosh, I've become a political conservative. I started to look for voices that I could admire and respect. And they didn't have to say things that I agreed with. Krauthammer believed a lot of things I don't believe. He was pro-abortion. He had a probably more interventionist idea of American power than I have. But that didn't matter. All I cared was that they cared about freedom. They cared about liberty, and that they had integrity. And he had integrity. He had grace. He didn't scream at people. He didn't have to, he didn't have to talk in a melodramatic way to make his points. The one time I remember strongly disagreeing with him was when Obama and Hillary were in a primary, and he said, no, there's no way a guy named Barack Hussein Obama is going to be the president of the United States. And I remember saying, oh, yes, he's going to win. Don't you understand? But the reason he thought that was because he thinks more highly of the American people than perhaps we deserve. And I always thought when he got his predictions wrong, it was always because he had elevated the people above what they sometimes do, because sometimes they do dumb things like electing Barack Obama. Just a great voice who really helped me find my voice in politics. And it's a wonderful life that he made out of sheer courage and grace and skill and talent. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm sorry to see him go.